Hey there, my name's Simon, and in this video I'm going to give you 5 ways to tell if you have a herniated disc. Check it out. Hey there, Simon here from Hogan and Mitchell. So a herniated disc, or a slipped disc as it gets called, is one type of problem that can lead to back pain and more often than not sciatica. And there are 5 different ways that you can tell if you have a disc related problem. So test number 1, is your back pain worse first thing in the morning? Now with the disc, because you've laid down normally on your side or your back over the course of the night, you're not having any compressional forces going through your discs. So they're relatively quite plump with water. That's kind of how discs are predominantly made up of. So they're quite plump with water first thing in the morning. So if you, as you're getting up and then you stand up, your pain is worse first thing in the morning, and then over the day it gets better, so not gone, but it improves a bit as the day goes on, then that is one possible pointer towards you having a herniated disc. The second one is if you get more pain when you sit very slumped or when you bend over with a flexed spine. Now the reason behind that is that if you go into either of those positions, if you imagine your disc like a wine gum sweet with a relatively more gel-like centre, is if you squash the front of the disc like you would do in sitting slumped or bending over with a flexed spine, relatively more pressure is going to be exerted towards the rear part of the disc. So if you get more pain bending and you get more pain when you sit slumped, that is number 2 test to see whether you may have a herniated disc. Test number 3 is, does your pain get worse when you cough or sneeze? Now when any of us cough or sneeze, we increase what's called our intra-abdominal pressure, which is basically the pressure inside this part of us, and that can then increase pain within the disc or trigger nerve pain. So if you get that, there is a higher likelihood that you may have a disc-related problem. Test number 4 is, do you have pain into your buttock and down through the leg? Now, normally people get pain further down the leg. So it's got to go into the thigh or lower down into the lower parts of the leg, even into the foot, giving you symptoms of either pain, pins and needles, tingling or numbness. So if you have any of those symptoms, that is a sign of sciatica, and all sciatica means is irritation of the sciatic nerve, which basically is the lowest nerve in your spine. And if you have that, there's a high likelihood that you have some form of herniated or slipped disc. Now, test number 5, for anyone who's still not sure, is what we call a straight leg raise test. So this is a test where you would lay flat on your back, you can do it on your bed or you can do it on the floor, and basically you try to raise, with a straight knee, you try to raise your leg straight up into the air. Now the ideal scenario is that your leg moves exactly the same amount as your other leg. So if you test one leg, the one that hasn't got pain down it, and you lift it up and you go, oh, it gets up to 60 or 90 degrees, brilliant. But if you test the other leg and it gets to like 20, 30, 45 degrees, and bang, off goes your back and your leg pain, then that's pretty much saying that you have a herniated disc. Not always, but the vast majority of the time. Almost all herniated discs can get better without the need for surgery. Remember, disc bulges are a relatively normal finding in the spine. A herniated disc is something slightly different, but still over 95% of them get better without the need for surgery. So there you go. You've got 5 tests to see if you have a herniated disc. Hopefully once you figure that out, you can figure out what to do about that. We can help. If you're not sure what to do, get in touch or watch some of our other videos. You can like and comment below. Subscribe over here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.